Ago in my stories on Instagram, I had posted with one of these weighted hula hoops. So I'm going to add a link to Amazon for this specific hoop that I got. I think it's 4 pounds, and it has these ridges along the edges. That rhymes. And so really when you do it, it like almost massages-ish your back. It can get kind of intense, I'm warning you. So I was at a gym and they had it there and I got to try it, and I've wanted to try it. I didn't want to buy it until I tried it, and I kind of loved it. So I have it now, and I had asked, oh hey, who wants a tutorial on these weighted hoops? So it's very different than regular hula hoop because it's heavy, and with the ridges it gets into your back. I actually think it's really awesome. Now you might hate it. That's the thing. I would kind of suggest if you can. They're not crazy expensive, so you can get it. And then, but what I do say, and what they say, I think, in the very limited instructions you get when you buy one, you have to get used to it. So you start with like a minute a day, and then you have to build up. I did it too much one day, and my back, not my back, my hips were sore, like bruisey sore for a couple days. I couldn't do it. So don't overdo it. I'm going to go through a couple techniques that you might like if you get it and you're like a little like, what? Or just one movement, because I think it's really cool and it does help you brace your core a little bit more. So anyways, so here's my hoop. I will link you to the Amazon link page where I got it. And so first thing, it is heavy. Make sure there's like, you have to click all these little, it comes all broken up and you have to click all the components together. Well, let me move my plants so I don't kill them. Now, I initially did not click them together tight enough, and then the thing opens and the hula hoop goes flying, and it destroyed a couple of my plants. That's why I moved my plant out of the way. So make sure it's clipped in place first, and then start your dominant side. So what we don't realize is, so here I'm kind of swinging. We always tend to hula hoop in the same direction. What I do is I make myself hula hoop in the backwards direction because it's really hard and awkward, and I like to do things that are hard and awkward. Anyway, so here I am. What you want to try to do to begin with is avoid excessive movement. Now, when you're getting used to it, right, you do whatever you can to keep it up. Now, as you progress, try to keep your lower body as still as you can while keeping the hula hoop obviously moving around and around. So I'm trying to minimize my leg and my hip wiggle all while moving around. So again, if you're brand new to this, you really don't want to do too much too fast. And what I'm going to do here is just start to like lean to one side and then lean to the other side. So I'm just shifting weight and lifting one heel up, and again, try to avoid excessive hip movements unless the hula hoop is about to fall and you need to rescue it, you know, and you kind of do a couple extra swivels to keep it up. And then do a weight shift, and that just makes you use one side a little bit more than the other. Hopefully you guys can see. Hopefully I won't be too sore from this tomorrow. And then one more weight shift. You can even start to lift more of your foot off the ground, and then shift your weight other side. Lift more of your foot off the ground. Good. And come on back to center and slow it down and stop it. Good. So that's just kind of getting acclimated. Now, like I said, I like to go the other way at every session just a little bit. I like to make my like bad side as good as my good side. So same with yoga, like you always have a dominant side, and I force myself to work my non-dominant side. So same with hula hoop. This is going to be really weird if you've never tried it, but all the more reason to try it. So I always go counterclockwise with my hula hoop. So what I'm going to try to do is go clockwise. Now, like I said, I've worked at this a little bit, so I'm able to keep it up. But let me tell you, the first times I did this, it was ugly. Anyway, so first get it up and just keep it up, right? And then start to minimize the wiggle of the hip and the swing side to side, whoop, and keep it up without. So I've got it down a little bit more. And you can reach your arms out, in, up, down. Again, keeping your legs really tight on this. Draw the belly in, shoulders back. What I like about hula hoop is you can't really do it with bad posture, right? you can't like hunch and round or be in any weird positions. And if you're doing this, like you're noticing, holy cow, those ridges on the inside, I feel like they kind of massage your back. Now you might feel like it's not so good, and I would understand that, but I personally, I kind of like it. Again, you gotta really get used to this. So now I'm doing non-dominant side. Weight shifting is a whole lot trickier, but I want you to try it anyways. Just shift, and before you even lift your heel off the ground, just like sway. And you're working your core, and I honestly really do believe you're working your brain on this one. And I feel like my whole body is working here to keep it up. You have to stay kind of tight and engaged. And it's really cool and fun. So this is my quick weighted hula hoop tutorial. I hope you like it. I would recommend trying it, unless, I think it was like 40 bucks, I can't remember, I'll add that link in, but I like it. It's too heavy for my kids to use. They are not into it, even though it's rainbow and it looks pretty. They basically just use it to get the dog to jump through a hoop, which means we don't use it because he does not like jumping through the hoop. So I use it, but even if you can do like 2 or 3 minutes a day, I think it's really good for core and waist and hips and legs, and a little low back massage. So if you don't have a ton of time, give it a try. Let's see, stopping it might be the hardest thing. And that is your hula hoop tutorial. Thanks guys, have an awesome day.